In the last episode, I mentioned Zig is self-hosted, uses LLVM, and has multiple backends. But what does that even mean? Well, self-hosted means a compiler written in the language it compiles. Sounds simple, right? But here's the catch. How do you compile a Zig compiler if you need a Zig compiler to compile it? Simply, you bootstrap it. The old C++ compiler builds the new Zig compiler. Then the Zig compiler rebuilds itself, and now you have a compiler that can build itself forever. But why self-host? Well, firstly, the memory. The new compiler uses 3 times less RAM. Building it went from 9.6 gigabytes down to just 2.8 gigabytes. Secondly, you dogfood your own language. Writing a compiler in Zig means using Zig every day, so you feel every pain point immediately. And finally, speed is coming. With full control over everything, Zig can optimize the entire pipeline end to end. However, as for LLVM, well, it's a compiler backend infrastructure. Think of compilation as a 3-stage pipeline. Firstly, the front end, where your code is turned into intermediate representation, IR. Secondly, the optimizer, where the IR code is made faster. And finally, the backend, where the IR code is turned into machine code. LLVM handles the last 2 stages. That's why a single front end, like Clang, can target dozens of CPU architectures. Rust uses it, Swift uses it, and even Zig used it. However, the big problem with LLVM is its speed. 70% of Zig compile time was just LLVM, even in debug mode, where you don't need heavy optimization. You change one line, then wait seconds. And for incremental compilation, changing one function and recompiling just that, you need full control of the entire pipeline. LLVM wasn't designed for that. So Zig built its own backends, and multiple backends means the compiler can generate machine code through different paths. For example, the LLVM backend, still used for release builds with heavy optimization, and the self-hosted backend is now default for debug mode, making it 5 times faster. But the real magic is coming. Incremental compilation with in-place binary patching. Change one function, don't relink the entire executable. Just patch those exact bytes in the binary. Sub-millisecond rebuilds for massive code bases. This is only possible because Zig controls the entire pipeline. That's why self-hosting matters. That's why multiple backends exist. And that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It motivates me to keep going. Thanks for watching and see you next time.